Okay, decided to run through actually everything while I'm on lunch and before I get organized. And all of these purchases are from recent trips. The last batch, starting with the Coyote, was from a recent trip. This one is from the trip before, I think over to Indy, Indianapolis. And these are all going to have to get alphabetized and bagged and boarded and then incorporated into the alphabetizing project that I've got going on at my storage unit. So I figured I'd run through them over lunch, get the videos posted, and then I can do whatever I want without trying to remember to do something else. Anyway, so no idea what this. It's got to be some kind of a minor key. For what was that, $1? Not bad. America versus the Justice Society. These, I'm a Justice Society and Justice League fan, so for $1 a piece, this '80s set. It's only two through four, but I know I've got a couple of number ones in my collection somewhere. So, and for $1 a piece, why not? Big run of Shadow. This is one that I never got into as a kid. It was a little too grown up for me, but these are all in very nice shape, all $1, and I just grabbed everything I could. Once I kind of figure out what I've got, then I'll go back through and see if I've got any gaps to fill in, and buy them and read them. So another Shadow Man minor key, no idea what this is. I think I bought this one, might have bought it by mistake. That happens if I get a little excited. But this one I think is probably just because it was a number one and for $1, I grabbed it. Color and Magic, I'm a big Terry Pratchett fan. I can't imagine this has any value, but I think it'd just be cool to have a set. Iron Man 237, I'm pretty sure that's a McFarlane cover. And for $1, who cares? Invaders from Mars, any of these small print run indie books, especially something like this or the alien encounters that were in the last one with a airbrushed cover. There's just some really cool stuff. Batman and the Outsiders, Batman Eternal. These are all minor keys that may or may not have popped. Probably haven't. Gru is another one that I'm setting up to invest in, and these are all low. I haven't seen the PC ones in the wild before. I've seen the Marvel, but I haven't seen the PC. I think the PC comes after the Marvel run. So these are newer, but they seem to be a bit rarer to me. And I'm putting together a Gru collection. So Gru number one for $5, not bad. Some more, another PC. I think it's it's close to the full set, but Nam iconic cover. So, and then this little run of Tiny Titans. They're all, they've all got the signature, and I can't remember who. I looked it up at the time. I think it's Baltazar. But they've all got, of course, an unwitnessed, and it doesn't look like it's fake. It matches what was on the one that I found on eBay for a signed book. But these are all kind of in the same range. They're all signed, and they were all $1. So I took all of them because somebody likes that artist. They might want a lot of those. So this I'm pretty sure I just bought because it was a 1987 newsstand in very nice shape. Bloodshot, and these Valiants. I tell you, all of these things, I buy them and I buy them and I buy them, and they've never paid off. But you get a minor key for $1. It's not bad. Final Crisis. Solar Man number one, I don't know, first issue for $1. Red Tornado, Mark Hazard, Merc. These are all just small print, small interest books from my childhood for $1. So might as well. DC Comics presents. You know, if they're in a buck or two, if they're in great shape from the 80s, yes, they don't have a ton of value and they're not going to return a ton of value to you, but, you know, you put together a run and maybe sell the run. Flash, Minor Key, I think this is like First Grizzly or something like that. Another Hawkman, Justice League Europe and Justice League International, both very, very common in dollar bins. I am, once I get to the J's in my organizing process, I am going to figure out what I need for my actual personal collection, but in the meantime I buy Minor Keys whenever they show up. So Cyborgs is a big big response to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 80s. So 2 of those for a buck a piece. It's the first appearance of that General Glory character. These, I think, were just because they were in great shape. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything special about this one, but, you know, I know the Legion of Superheroes 80s run doesn't have a ton of fans, but I like it. I like the art, you know, and they're not getting any younger. So, you know, the longer the time goes on, if you can rescue them from a dollar bin, go ahead and do it. So that's just a cool cover. Cool and nonsense. So Starboy with a beard. So you can show it's the 80s. Shield, nice Howard the Duck cover. And I haven't, I think I grabbed these just because they seemed neat. They might be Minor Keys too, I'm not sure, but you know, that's a pretty neat cover, and for a buck a piece you can start a collection or start a run. Manhunter number 3 and Hex number 3 newsstand. So that's that little run, and I'll be back here in a bit with the next one.